Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me. And I'm back with a brand new, part to What If Deku Was Deadpool. And I'm not going to waste much time. I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Saint for the music, obviously. Links are in the description for him and the Discord. And I hope all y'all enjoy, because we're just going to jump right back into the What If. Let's get it. Well, Izuku stands there in front of 3 nomus. The nomus begin walking toward Izuku, and he begins remarking that they, look like birds, but you guys are also built like, a green giant monster. What's that guy's name again? Bulk? Dolk? Sulk? No. That's what I do when I'm sad. What is it? As Izuku is remarking this, he gets punched in the face by one of the nomus and sent flying against the wall, and half of his face is kind of torn off. That was not nice. Actually, I might have a mild concussion, but not nice. Izuku charges back in, kicking one of the nomus in the face, but nothing necessarily happens. But he jumps on one of the nomus and guides one of his punches to the other nomu, laying one of the nomus out, not for the count, but on the ground. He pulls out his swords and slices one of the nomus' arms off. Oh, slice and dice, I guess. Izuku begins jumping around, slicing at the vital parts of all the nomus, eventually leading to more or less just a number of limbs on the ground. Izuku is able to defeat them, luckily, but he has no information on where this said All For One currently is. If he wants to seek revenge, he'll need to seek out a different person, maybe, that could help track him down. More like he'll beat the person until he tells him where All For One is. So, Izuku decides that he'll be searching for this person. He has some hunches, you could say, that, may be true or may be false. He knows some of the underlings of All For One, or in the League of Villains, really despise, All Might himself. So, he decides to keep that in mind and maybe hunt someone down that he knows may spill the beans. So Izuku goes in search of that person. But before he could actually find him, he finds someone he wasn't even thinking about. Finds someone that would give him, a nice fight. Not only that though, a fight that he didn't necessarily want to take. While searching for the man by the name of Shigaraki, the man that is known to be All For One's quote-unquote successor, at least based on rumors he's heard, he stumbles across someone else, killing a hero by the name of Ingenium. Izuku comes across this man and, begins talking to him as if he was straight out of a comic book. Now, what do you want, Mr. What do they call you? Deadpool? Oh, come on. You don't have to be so formal. Call me Daddy. No, seriously. Can I call you Stainy? If you call me that again, I'll kill you. I mean, you kind of can't, but I like the enthusiasm. Now, I didn't mean to run into you. And maybe this is for, the best. Don't waste my time, or I'll end your life. Or at least put you in an eternal state of agony. Whoa, don't get so aggressive, Stainy. Stain charges at Izuku, slicing off one of his legs instantly. My leg! Why'd you do that? Izuku reattaches his leg, and their fight begins. And they seem pretty equal for the most part, but it's hard to really tell. Izuku never, has been taking most fights seriously, and this one's really not any different. He's kind of plays around with Stain, but you can tell that, they're on somewhat equal footing in terms of swordsmanship. But eventually Stain just stops and says that he's not here to kill him, he was here to, kill a different hero. So it doesn't really matter anymore. You know, it's actually pretty interesting I ran into you, Stain, and I kinda need some help, actually, to track down a certain someone. And who is that? Well, I kinda wanna find All For One, but, his little, underling or successor would be just fine too. Stain looks at him and asks what's in it for him. What's in it for you? I can get you new swords. Brand new swords. Adamantium swords? The ones that cancel regeneration? Would that be good enough? Stain smirks and says that get him the swords and it will help him find him. And Deadpool, or Izuku, obviously, just immediately throws him the swords he already has. That will work. They're adamantium. You can take them. Stain nods and says that he'll get any information he can on, these people. So that's exactly what he does. Some time passes, and finally he gets the information back to Izuku. Izuku then learns of a Hosu city attack soon to come, and that more or less Shigaraki and his other little underling will be around the area during this time. Now this works perfectly. Thank you. Izuku then obviously heads out in wait for the Hosu city attack. Eventually leading up to that attack, when it occurs during all of the ruckus and all of the battling, Izuku comes out of nowhere in search for Shigaraki, eventually finding him and Kurogiri sitting on a rooftop. Oh, I've been looking for both of you, Mr. Hand Face and scars on your neck, and you I don't really know. You must be one of his underlings, huh?
Young master, this must be the person he spoke of.
Yeah, I know. Just leave it alone. You're Deadpool, right? Big fan. Love how you kill people. Now, I've been wondering, why are you after All For One? He is the one that basically saved your life. Don't you owe him a huge debt?
Izuku appears in front of Shigaraki and says that he owes no man a debt, as he puts a gun to his head. Now, you're gonna tell me where he is, so I can blow his brains out. Shigaraki is shocked by this, but slightly smirks, grabbing Izuku's gun as it melts away in his hand. Now, that was interesting. You can just melt people's, guns away? Body parts? Well, I can't die, Mr. Shigaraki, so you can melt me to dust, but I don't know how that will go for you.
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you where my master is. But if you want to join us, maybe we can make out an arrangement. But it seems you're kind of dead set on killing him. So I can't do that. Thank you though.
Izuku then begins to fade, to dust, at least one of his arms. He realizes that Shigaraki just grabbed it. He pushes away from Shigaraki and throws something on him without being noticed. Kurogiri quickly warps them away, and Izuku behind his mask begins to smirk. Now that the tracker has been planted, his plan can continue on just as he expected. He then heads home for a little bit to get settled, and he looks where the tracker is currently at, heading over to what seems to be the new League of Villains base. He actually decides that he wants to make this a spectacular show. More convenient for everyone else. So he decides to, well, anonymously tell the police and heroes where the League of Villains base is. He waits outside of the base until tons and tons of heroes arrive, and they immediately execute within the base. This then forces the villains within to basically try to counterattack, but the heroes overwhelm them, and honestly quickly at that. It's honestly not even fair. They weren't expecting a huge siege. They could have expected maybe just Izuku, but not an entire hero force, including the symbol of peace, All Might. This is something different. But luckily, they were able to get out of there. They were able to escape at their skin of their teeth. Shigaraki begins running down an alleyway with Kurogiri obviously already detained. He can't, well, just warp away. But Shigaraki seems to have gotten away, but Izuku lands right in front of him with one knee on the ground and a fist on the ground as well. So you like my hero landing?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Izuku gets back up and brushes off his knee. That kinda hurt though. It looks so much cooler in the shows.
Again, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, isn't it pretty obvious? I'm here to, well, more or less torture you until you tell me where All For One is. Shigaraki's face drops. He realizes that he is in a bit of a predicament. Izuku is standing in front of him, or Deadpool is standing in front of him, and he has no way out. He has no real counterattack measures, and well, this doesn't look very good for him. It looks like this, well, could lead to his demise if he's not careful.
Okay, alright. Don't know why you wanna attack my master so badly, because frankly that most likely means your death. But I'll fetch, well, the information for you. He's actually here right now.
A portal opens up right beneath Shigaraki and he falls through. Izuku chases after him and goes through the portal as well, and they appear in the middle of the city. The LOV was teleported out of there, and well, All For One is there as well, ready to fight All Might. Perfect! Both the symbol of peace and All For One are here together? This is amazing! Everyone is confused. Well, Izuku just scratches the back of his head and says that this should be a fun fight. He wants to kill All For One, but I mean, fighting All Might is just as good. This then leads to an all-out battle. You mean like an all-right battle? Dude, I don't know why you keep cutting me off. Stop cutting me off.
Because what are you gonna do about it? Write me into a corner where I die?
I mean, I could.
You wouldn't dare.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare. Sure. So the all-out battle begins, and well, Deadpool, All Might, and All For One are practically at each other's throats. They begin bashing and well, destroying each other, but Deadpool has one thing in mind, and that is killing All For One. That's what he cares about, and he makes that severely clear to All Might, that he doesn't care about his little hero stuff. All he cares is that All For One pays for the torture he was put through, that he was put through mental, physical, and everything types of torture, and you cannot take that away from him. So Deadpool, at the brink of, well, the battle, at the stepping stone of the top of the battle, he was able to end All For One's life. Right after All Might lands that finishing blow, All Might tells him that he shouldn't have done that, and he punches Deadpool in the face, or Izuku in the face, sending him flying. And when he crashed into the wall, Izuku realizes that that hurt a good bit. His regeneration is obviously still there, but he can feel pain, and he steps out of the crevice to see tons of heroes. He gets lit up by, well, a bunch of bullets, gets hit by a bunch of flames, and then gets punched once again by All Might. And, well, Izuku is completely out of commission. Eventually they bring him to the hospital to more or less keep him there, but his regeneration isn't actually working. For some reason it slowed down. All For One must have planted something within his body just as the final battle was climaxing. And that's exactly what happened. All For One did something to Izuku to counteract the regeneration this mutation gave him. It seems that Izuku is now slowly dying to the cancer. And, well, after some time, the heart monitor flatlines. It seems that Izuku, the one by the name of Deadpool, will die here and now. And the bets that are in will succeed. The bets that, well, he would be first on the Deadpool. He would be first to be on the chopping block. Izuku Midoriya, other known as Deadpool, will be dead very soon, at least according to the heart monitor. The doctors rush in and try to save him, but nothing works. Unfortunately, it was too late, leading to them burying him and, well, having a tombstone. Everyone begins, well, reciting things about him, about Izuku Midoriya, and that he may have been misled, but he was not a bad person by any means. And that is, well, the end of Izuku Midoriya as we know it. And then, when everybody leaves though, well, a hand bursts out of the ground and, well, Deadpool is still alive. Izuku Midoriya is still alive, and Golden What Ifs sucks major. Dude, who wrote this? Who do you think wrote this? Obviously me. You can't kill me off. I'm the main character. Oh my god. How are you in my computer? How are you writing these things? Well, I'm kind of everywhere. Duh. Okay, I'm not reading that last part though. Freaking shameful, Deadpool. You're shameful. Deadpool's hand comes out of the ground and he's still alive. Vengeance is not over for him. There's people out there that still need to be slain, need to be put down like the animals they are. Deadpool pushes himself out of his own grave, out of the piles of dirt on top of him. Just like the dead man walking he is, he doesn't fear death itself. Death cannot take him away, and death will never... Actually, sorry to cut you off, buddy, but Golden is wrong. I actually did die for a little bit. Oh, it was beautiful. Death is just so amazing. Why do you keep cutting me off? Just let me narrate your story. Yeah, but you suck at narrating. I can take it away from here. Death was beautiful, everybody. I went, I saw, oh my god, you should have saw Lady Death. She was fine. But that's beyond the point. I, well, arose out of my grave just like that. Like a heroic hero I am. You're not a hero by any means. I am a hero. No, you're not. You're definitely not. Did you not see my hero landing? You're the one that wrote it. Oh man, I wish I kept you dead. Can't kill me. So, Deadpool arrives from his grave, walks out, and this dead man walking did not play games with death, even though he will say he did. But death is not a person, Deadpool. Okay, with that said, he has some, well, scores to settle. Not only with Shigaraki, the leader of the League of Villains, but also heroes. These heroes want to, well, play this game. They want to send him back to where he came from. Well, they're gonna have a rude awakening when Deadpool knocks on their door. Deadpool, the mercenary assassin. Izuku Midoriya felt as if he was born for this now. He may have went through torture, maybe even 3 lifetimes of it, but this is deserving. Deadpool will mark his list. He'll check it twice. And, well, make sure you're naughty or nice. Did you write this too? No. My bad, guys. He wrote that too. But, let's continue. Deadpool begins to, well, mark off his list. Eventually finding the next victim that he wants to go after. And it starts with that dumb person that put bullets in his body while he was trying to, well, escape after finishing off All For One. He helped this society by eliminating All For One, and Snipe decided to, well, impale him with a bunch of bullets. So, Izuku Midoriya wants to lay siege on these heroes. These heroes, you could say, with quotations. These heroes aren't, well, good for society, he believes. It doesn't matter. Hero, villain, anti-hero, anything. Without someone like a Spider-Man to know good and evil with a clean margin, someone that suffers with a clean margin but still enact true justice. Well, this world doesn't have those heroes. This world lacks those heroes. So Izuku Midoriya is going to make sure that, well, he can purge these heroes as he sees fit. You know, this sounds very familiar. Very familiar to a storyline that I was in. Maybe, did I kill the DC universe? Who did I kill? Did I kill Marvel? I don't even know. Did I kill the X-Men? Wolfie wouldn't really like that though. Can you stop cutting me off? And yes, this is based off of some freaking comic, okay? God. Just leave it. Okay. Well, Deadpool will try his best to eliminate, well, these so-called heroes in an act of revenge. Or maybe in an act of keeping himself sane. But you'll find out next time on part 3 of What If Deku Was Deadpool. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, sub, and comment down below any suggestions. And I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.